Welcome to Answering the Call, the official podcast of the 12th Man Foundation. Our show brings you closer to the heart of Texas A&M athletics through powerful stories of perseverance, purpose, and life-changing opportunities made possible by 12th Man Foundation donors. From student athletes and coaches to former students and dedicated staff, you'll hear firsthand how donor support shapes the lives of Aggie student athletes in competition and beyond. Whether you're a lifelong Aggie or simply curious about what makes Texas A&M so special, you're in the right place. Let's dive into today's episode. Howdy, and welcome back to another episode of Answering the Call, the official podcast of the 12th Man Foundation. My name is Ivy Robinson, and right now in studio, I am joined by Aggie football student and athlete, Jamarion Morrow. Thanks for being here and welcome to the show, Jamarion. Can you start us off, Jamarion, by telling us where you're from, where you went to high school, and a unique fact about yourself that not many people know?
Hi, I'm from Memphis, Tennessee. I went to Melrose High School. And a unique fact, I like to play basketball from time to time. I say that's a fact.
Really,
yeah.
You do?
Yeah.
When you started playing sports, which was the first sport? Basketball, football?
I played soccer first.
Oh, you actually played soccer? Yeah. Which I hear soccer is, it's a great sport to put your kids in, when they're young.
Yeah, doing contact and stuff as far as with football, yeah.
Yeah. So what do you like about basketball as well?
I don't like that it's like low contact. I can't really touch them like that. It's just fun to do something different just outside of football, yeah.
How do you think your family and friends would describe your personality?
I'd probably say calm, family-oriented, like real close with a lot of my family members. I take care of my family, and I feel like they would say that. I'm really close to them.
I'm glad you mentioned your family because I have some questions about just your time back at Melrose High School, and I read that you were coached by your father, so It sounds like you come from a big football family. But before we jump into kind of your background and then some questions about, obviously, your time as a Aggie football student athlete, I want to do a little quick this or that round just so the listeners can get to know more about you and what you prefer. So I'm going to ask you questions, kind of rapid fire, and then you tell me your preference and why. Okay,
let's do it.
Maroon or white jerseys?
Maroon. I don't really like white jerseys like that in general.
Yeah. The maroon is classic.
Yeah, my favorite is the throwback was my favorite.
Those were nice.
Yeah,
those were so sweet. Yes, I loved those uniforms. I love anything vintage and old school. So
yeah, I'm an old school guy myself.
Spin move or stiff arm?
Spin move.
City life or small town?
City. I never really been in a small town before.
Yeah.
Yeah. Terry tell me all the time about hogs, and I don't think I want to be dealing with all that.
Have you not made a trip to Timpson, Texas yet with Terry?
No.
That would be small town for sure. You would get the true experience. Okay, beach or mountains?
Beach. I like the water.
Being from Memphis, Tennessee, I got to know, do you like Tennessee barbecue or Texas barbecue?
Tennessee. I like Tennessee food better in general.
What do you miss the most, food-wise?
I miss just being able to go anywhere in Memphis and pretty much get good food. From here, I got to pick my spots.
What are your favorite spots in College Station?
I eat Five Guys.
Five Guys is good. Yes.
Yeah. You're going to bring your pockets up, but yeah.
Yes. Okay, breaking one tackle or outrunning everyone?
Outrunning everyone outside of just breaking one tackle. That should be pretty easy.
Practice reps or film study?
Practice reps. You can just watch film on the practice reps, basically, yeah.
Locker room speaker or headphones?
Headphones.
Fresh cleats or broken in favorites?
Fresh cleats.
So in the spring game, I know several Aggie student athletes did the My Cleats, My Cause.
Yeah, I was too late to sign up. That's the
only
reason. Yeah.
That's a really cool initiative.
I wore the gold ones. I like the gold ones because it's like a tradition at Melrose, so yeah.
Is it like that metallic, shiny gold?
Yeah, if you score 4 touchdowns in a game, they'll spray paint them for you.
What?
Yeah.
That is a fun tradition.
Yeah.
Has that always been that way?
Always.
For a long time?
It's like a long tradition.
They spray paint them after the game or during the game, right when it happens?
Next game when you get off the bus and stuff, everybody will know he did something before. Yeah. And you keep them your whole time there.
Oh, that's fun. Okay, pancakes or waffles? Ooh.
Pancakes.
I hear the blueberry pancakes here are to die for.
Yeah. In the Sin Center?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they're crazy. The Sin Center is, breakfast. I'm a breakfast guy anyway.
Okay, what are your other favorite breakfast items?
I like everything. Yeah, usually I get omelet, pancakes, usually. I eat waffles. I eat anything. I can eat it all day. Cereal. I'm a big cereal guy.
Okay, home-cooked meal or eating out?
Home cooked.
And if you had to choose one home-cooked meal, maybe from your family, what would you choose?
I know a lot of people don't eat it here. Spaghetti and fish. I don't know. People say they only eat one or the other.
That's a thing, though, back home, like eating them together.
Fish and spaghetti.
That actually sounds, sounds kind of good.
Fish, spaghetti, candy yams. It's like, that's my go-to.
Movies or shows?
Old movies. Yeah.
Gloves or no gloves?
Gloves.
Always.
Yeah.
I guess
got
that's
pretty
kind
big
of a
hands.
thing, right?
I don't like stuff hitting my hands without the gloves on.
In this day and age, pretty much all
they
college
throw off
players.
everything. Like, no gloves. It throw me off.
Texting or FaceTime?
FaceTime.
And then last one for you, Spotify or Apple Music?
Apple Music.
Okay, back to your family. Tell us, you mentioned earlier that you first started playing soccer. That was the first sport you ever played. Why soccer? And tell me a little bit more about your family. And did they encourage you to start playing sports?
I think soccer was just like, I could barely remember playing, actually. I was like 4, maybe. I think he was just trying to get like my footwork together as far as like running and cutting and stuff like that. And as far as with playing football, my dad was coaching at Melrose with like Tony Pollard was there. And we had a few other guys. And I was just one of them guys in the locker room, one of them kids in the locker room begging to play. He wouldn't let me play for a long time. It took him a few years to let me play. And then my mom, she had put me on the team. He wasn't too happy about that. But it ended up working out for the best. I was on that team the rest of my time. And that's pretty much how it started.
That's interesting. So your dad, he was coaching football?
Yeah, he was coaching at Melrose at that time.
And he was kind of against you playing football, or didn't want you?
He wanted me to wait. He wanted me to wait. He kept telling me to wait. I was begging to
until you got older.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And then my mom put me on the team anyways. Yeah, he was pretty mad.
So she said, "No, he's ready. It's time." Yeah. You started playing football pretty early.
Yes, 8.
At 8 years old, and you also played some basketball. Tell me why you grew to love the sport of football. Like, was it an automatic passion for you? Did you love the sport initially, or did it take some time to kind of love and appreciate it?
I feel like him making me wait definitely like grew my anticipation to wanting to play like even more. So like when I got out there, I was already so much was built up already. Yeah, it was like a first love kind of thing, but definitely some experiences like along the way that made me like love it a little bit more.
Mm-hmm. I forgot to ask this earlier, but what do you love about your hometown? You could pick a few things to describe it.
I love the grit and like the energy as far as like, I come from a pretty rough city, I would say. Just being able to make it out of that type of energy, you still like a lot of stuff comes with it. A lot of things you learn from being from that place, and you just, you take it with you, take the good with it, some bad, but you take the good with it. Yeah,
for sure. So it taught you that grit and maybe tenacity, right?
Yeah, different type of energy where I'm from.
Yeah. So tell me about, you were a 4-star recruit and one of the top players in Tennessee. When did you first realize that football could take you to this level that you're at today?
I never really had a dream of like going to college. I knew like you gotta go to the NFL, but my dream was like to go to the league. I started getting recruited like 9th grade. I saw like the jump from like middle school to 9th grade. That was when I thought like, yeah, I'm pretty good. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and you started realizing like that could be a reality for you. Yeah.
One of my teammates, Cody Jones, that went to Michigan from the same school I was at. I was like, yeah, I could do that. Yeah.
Do you have any siblings?
I got 2, a sister and a brother.
Are they older, younger?
Both younger.
Okay, so you're the example for it. Yeah. Are they athletes as well?
My brother, he plays pretty much everything. He plays all sports, every sport. He's a little bit different than me. I played only football, really. He played everything.
Now, going back to your dad, how did that shape you as a player in person, having him as a coach at Melrose High School? Because from my understanding, once you got to high school, he was still coaching football, correct?
My first 3 years, he wasn't coaching at that moment.
Oh, okay.
And then my last year, he had came back to coaching, and I came with him.
So your senior year?
Yeah.
That's exciting. Tell me about that senior season and what it was like having him on the sideline? Was it difficult? Was it?
It wasn't difficult at all, actually. He like let me be myself. He let me be free. He wasn't uptight on me like that. So it was cool. That was like one of the best years of high school for me. It was like so calm. I was done with most of my classes. I'm getting out for school pretty early. Just pretty much it was like all football. And then like that was like the funnest year of high school I ever had as far as like teammates and class. I was back in my own neighborhood. It was amazing.
Now, what year did you help lead Melrose to a state championship?
Senior year.
That was that senior year?
Uh-huh.
Oh my goodness, how special.
Yeah, quarterback got hurt right before the playoffs. I played quarterback the rest of the way.
Really?
Yeah.
What were you playing up until that point that he got hurt? Were you just running back?
I was playing running back and receiver. And then once he got hurt, I was quarterback the rest of the way. Even when he came back, I was still there. Yeah.
So he came back and they're like, nope, we're not going to change it again.
Yeah, I
like
threw him a few
going
touchdowns,
well?
Actually. Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
I just swapped
we
positions. That was the first state championship appearance for Melrose for the first time since like 1998, I read.
It was a while, yeah.
What do you remember most about that run, and what did it teach you about, the game of football?
I would say like I learned that like how close you have to be with the people on your team. And I would say I learned how to lead that year. Before that, I never was like leading a team until then. And then I would say just how everybody came together. We all was going through a few things, and we all came together as a team. And like we pretty much didn't want to leave practice some days. Yeah, it was like something like that. Yeah, I had a great time.
It sounds like y'all formed some really strong bonds, right? And friendships. Yeah, that's special. And those memories you'll have for the rest of your life, right? And those friendships.
Yeah.
You'll get to reminisce on that. It's so fun for the rest of your life.
I talk about it still now to some of my friends,
Yeah. Being able to play, multiple positions, how do you think that versatility impacts your game today in college?
I feel like that's like the biggest reason why I succeed in college now. Just being able to do multiple things, not being like one-dimensional. I feel like that's a big reason why I was getting recruited the way I was.
And I also read, before Melrose, where were you at before Melrose?
I was at Germantown for my first 3 years,
Yeah. Okay, so in Germantown, I believe you were making plays on both sides of the ball. Is that correct?
Right.
And do you feel like that experience still shows up in how you play today?
Yeah, being able to understand like what you're going against and like how they're thinking definitely can help you as far as offensively. I feel like defensive players who play offense also helps. It helps both ways.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Now tell me about your recruitment process. Okay, you said you first started receiving offers, getting recruited in the 9th grade.
Mm-hmm.
Just explain for those who may not know your full recruitment story and process, how all of that went down and what schools really stood out to you in the beginning, or do you have any funny stories?
We had 7-on-7 at Memphis camp. And then after the camp, that's when I got my first offer. And then I got a few along. I got hurt in 9th grade, so I got a few after I got back from injury. And then I really started getting bigger offers when I went to Alabama camp. When Wig was there, actually, Coach Wiggins was there. They put me with the grade, like I was in the 10th grade, so they put me with the 10th graders. And we was like with volunteer coaches and stuff, so like I was mad. We did the first half, and I was like, nah, I ain't finna keep doing this. And then I went to Coach G. He's still there, actually. I was like, man, I need to be with you. I'm with the wrong people. And so I ended up going with him. And then after that, it was like Nick Saban was still there at the time. I started doing a few drills. They started making me skip the line and stuff like that. And then I'm dead tired. Alabama camps are like the worst camps I done been to. And then after that, I'm tired. Nick Saban just watching, so I got like fight through it. And then after that, it was like I'm eating chicken wings and steak and all type of stuff after. Nick Saban was mad. He ain't know who I was because the guy who recruited Memphis wasn't coming to my school. So, like, yeah, that was like a big part. After that, it was like everything went up after that. I got the offer after. Everything else was smooth after that.
Okay, that's awesome. You advocated for yourself, and you're like, I need to be in
yeah, I was pretty mad.
Group.
I paid my $50 to be there. 2 sessions. I was so tired.
You wanted to make it worth it.
It was double sessions. Yeah, I was so mad.
And you got those chicken wings and that steak afterwards.
Yeah,
I mean, that's a good prize right there. Made it worth it. Well, okay, how cool is that? So after that Alabama camp, more offers started rolling in. What ultimately made Texas A&M feel like the right choice? Like, why Texas A&M? Why did you commit to this university?
During recruiting, I feel like a lot of people going to try to tell you what you want to hear. And I feel like Texas A&M was pretty straightforward as far as with how they felt about me, how they treated their players. They were pretty upfront with all of that. And I built a amazing relationship with Trooper Taylor, my coach. And that was the biggest reason why I came. I was going through a lot during that process, and they was there for me during that time. So, yeah.
That's awesome. You felt like Texas A&M was the right choice for you. And you came in first season, you made such an impact very quick as a freshman. What do you think was the biggest adjustment that you had to make going from high school football to the SEC?
I still feel like I deal with it now, but just game by game, trying to have your body at the best it could possibly be, even though you getting tackled and all type of stuff is going on at practice. That was probably my biggest adjustment, just trying to take care of my body much better than I did in high school.
For sure, because running backs, y'all go through so much wear and tear.
Yeah.
Do y'all have extra rehab, therapy that y'all do for your bodies to recover after each game?
Yeah, we definitely do. It's a choice, but not really.
Yeah.
You better be in there or you're not going to feel pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Take us through the LSU game this past season. Such a big game for you. You became the first Aggie freshman since Devon Achane to have both a rushing and a receiving touchdown in the same game. What were your favorite memories from that LSU game and that big win? And what clicked for you that game?
I would just say my body was at the point where I felt really good before the game. I think Ruben had got a little ankle injury. So it freed up some more space for me to be able to get the ball, especially we was throwing the ball that first time I scored. And when I caught it, was nobody in front of me. So I was happy, but I wasn't that happy. I was that was easy pretty much. So the next one, I was excited about that because I actually made a play. And that was pretty much that. And I was just excited to be in LSU in Baton Rouge where Lev from, and he couldn't be able to play. So I was trying to do something for him.
Did Le'Veon kind of take you under his wing and teach you a lot?
Yeah. When I first got here, I was looking up to him a little bit anyway. So I asked for some advice and stuff like that, and it just went on from there.
Yeah. Do you think that LSU game was kind of a turning point for you and where you really felt extra confident to be, playing in the SEC as a running back?
Yeah, I definitely was excited. Just wanted to be able to prove myself. You always know what you can do from practice and stuff like that, but it just feels much better to be able to prove it in a game in front of people. Yeah.
Absolutely. And that SEC matchup when stakes are high, and that was a huge game too. Yeah. Now going back to Coach Troop, who on the coaching staff, maybe in addition to him, has been extremely influential to you?
Coach Lynch, who's the quarterback coach now, but he was the assistant running back coach. He helped me a lot as far as for the mental side of the game, as far as understanding a lot of the concepts. Coach Rich as well, he just got here, but he explains everything pretty much to the T and just helps us as far as we're off the field. And if we ask for it, we're going to get it pretty much type of thing. Yeah, so them two have definitely helped me a lot. Coach Elko has as well, just always asking how are you doing and stuff like that, yeah.
What can you say about Elko's leadership? Why are you grateful to be playing within his program?
I've always been a Nick Saban guy, so he the closest thing I probably say as far as straightforward, grit, grind, don't really care about cameras or glamour, none of that. He's a straightforward coach. That's what I'm used to.
That's good. Somebody who is a man of their word, tells you how it is.
Never lied to me, never, yeah.
Now, when did y'all start calling the running back room the stable? Was that a Coach Troop thing?
Definitely. That probably was here before I got here, actually. But, yeah, I think we was calling it that before I got here. Yeah.
Okay, that was already established, yeah. Well, speaking of the team and just the culture and the environment of Aggie football, what stood out to you when you first arrived on campus? You officially moved here and you became a part of this program. What stood out to you the most?
Just say how close the guys were. A lot of the guys that we had last year was with each other for a long time. I would just say how close they were and just trying to find your way with people being so close as far as with that. But they opened up to you and felt like a little high school vibe, actually. Yeah.
Was it difficult moving all the way from Memphis, Tennessee? Was that a little bit of an adjustment, like any homesickness, or did you feel
I just be
pretty much at
missing my
home?
family most of the time. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's pretty much it.
Are,
Everything else is cool. Yeah.
are they able to make it to a lot of
Yeah.
your
They
games?
make it to every game.
Yeah,
They
they're
came to
coming.
every game. Yeah.
That's awesome. The team this year, who are some of your teammates that have had a really big impact on you?
Marcel has definitely stepped up as far as just like been a lot more serious as far as what he's trying to do, a lot more intentional. He's like becoming a vet now. And yeah, I've said Michael Riley as well. My two guys, yeah. They done took the big step to like try to lead this team.
How do you think being a part of this program has helped you grow even beyond just the game of football?
I would say like the business part, like as far as like how NIL is now, it's different than it was before. Or at high school where it's just football, you have to actually market yourself, brand yourself, and like basically like speak up for yourself as far as with business. And I would say they'll help with that as far as financial understanding, financial literacy. They're helping with that part. I didn't have that first.
Absolutely. It's certainly a different environment today within college athletics. I'm curious, are there any student athlete resources or staff that you've been able to consult with here that have helped you kind of manage the responsibilities of sport and NIL?
Yeah, Kate has for sure. She helps us with all of our submitting for like any deals that we get. She helps us with all that type of stuff. So yeah, I would definitely say her.
Yeah. Just kind of going back to competing in general, being a running back, football player. Every athlete has, their challenges and they face adversity. Was there ever a moment throughout maybe your high school career or maybe last season where you had a tough challenge and you had to keep fighting through some adversity?
Yeah, when I was at Melrose my last year, I think like the second round of the playoffs, my brother, he my cousin, but like he stayed with us and stuff. And my brother had passed away, like right in the middle of the playoffs. And just dealing with that was probably like the biggest thing that I done been through. Cause like it wasn't even about football at that point no more.
Right.
So,
I'm so sorry.
That was probably the biggest. Yeah.
Yeah. And, when things like that happen, challenges, what do you lean on? Who do you lean on? And who maybe helped you get through those times?
My parents, for sure. 100%. My mom she's like my backbone, basically. Yeah. She always been there like to cater for me and stuff like that. My dad always was more like, what we going to do about it? But not really in that situation. But yeah.
What would be your advice to a young athlete out there who might be listening to this episode who's going through similar adversity? Maybe a challenge or a hardship that has it's kind of changed the way they look at sports, right? Maybe it's something that's really difficult they're walking through and it's been hard for them to focus on sport and that too, right? So what would be your advice to them?
I would say just, man, keep God first. And I would always say just try to find some people that you're close to and just kick it out together, fight it together. Don't try to fight it by yourself. I would say that. That's what I say.
It's so true. It brings up a good point. Here within our athletics department, there is a whole staff dedicated to mental health services to help Aggie student athletes when they're going through stuff like that. In addition to that resource specifically, we've got nutrition, sports medicine, and academics that all help you elevate your game and elevate who you are as an athlete. Any specific things that have really made a difference for you here at A&M?
Nutrition, for sure. I never had access to the Sense Center at all as far as with free food any time of the week. And it's actually good. It's not like quick prep food or nothing like that. It's like they actually trying to take care of you as far as with that. And I also say our facilities don't look like how they look in Texas. We don't got all that. So yeah, that's what I say.
Speaking of that, many of our followers and 12th Man Foundation donors who give back philanthropically through our organization, they want y'all to have elite resources and facilities so y'all can have the best experience possible.
Right.
What is your message of gratitude to those individuals who give back and want to support in those capacities and ways?
I would just say thank you. I feel like it's a huge reason why we winning or the reason why we have superior athletes, or the reason why we had 10 people drafted this past draft. I feel like this is definitely the pinnacle and the reason why we are starting to like grow as far as in the organization.
How do you think the game of football has given you, Jamarion, a platform to make an impact and be an example for others?
It gave me a huge platform. And like my dad always told me to always remember where I came from and stuff like that. And the reason why I put on the camp back in May to just like, I feel like the kids need to like see someone who has done it a certain way and not to just look at people like maybe in their neighborhood who are not doing it the right way. To be able to see someone who come from the same place that they come from, been through some of the same things that they have, and be able to see somebody who actually did it the right way. Yeah, I feel like that's a huge reason why I do what I do.
That's incredible. It's so encouraging to see many of y'all on the football team using, your talents, your God-given gifts and talents to not only just play the sport, but to pour back into the next generation and to be that example and light. Well, I don't think I've asked you this yet, but what are you studying at A&M, and why are you grateful to have the opportunity to be getting a degree at Texas A&M while playing the sport you love?
Major in leadership. I was in business, but like the time management part of that was like tough. And I went to leadership and got a real estate minor. I really want to get into like real estate.
That's
I bought
awesome.
a house not too long ago.
Congrats. Congrats to you.
Yeah, so
it's a good industry to be in.
Yeah, trying to get into real estate.
For sure. And then tell us about any plans or goals you have for the remainder of your time as an Aggie football student athlete, and then maybe even beyond.
Definitely have a dream of like going to the NFL. That's like my number one thing right now. And like I said, I wanted to get into real estate, trying to buy a property at least once a year. That's my goal.
Those are great goals to have. And as you head into the 2026 season, what areas do you think you have had the most growth in during the off season, and what are your goals heading into the 2026 season?
My biggest improvements of the off season, I feel like, is like my mental aspect of the game, a deeper understanding of understanding what I'm doing. Last year, I was basically like the first level of what I'm doing, basically not just trying to get into the deeper part of it. If you get what I'm saying.
For sure. Yeah.
My goals for this season is just to have a much bigger plate now and just being able to like do what I need to do. I want to be the best.
And then last question for you today. Why are you proud to be an Aggie?
I would just say I'm very excited to be a part of an amazing tradition. Everybody I've met with a ring on the airplane or in the city have been pretty much the same type of person. Amazing people. And I just love that I'm a part of that.
Jamarion Morrow on Answering the Call podcast. Thank you so much for your time today.
Thank you.
Thank you for joining us on another episode of Answering the Call. If you're enjoying the show, please rate and follow us on your podcast streaming platform of choice so you can be the first to know when a new episode drops. As always, a big thank you to our incredible podcast producer, Megan Rohde, to 12 Man Productions, and Texas A&M Athletics NIL Department. We also extend our heartfelt gratitude to every donor and season ticket holder for always answering the call through loyal support of Texas A&M Athletics and our student athletes. We'll be back soon with more content. Thanks, and gig 'em.